Thus, we can speak to Muhammad Fraser-Rahim, Africa analyst for the counter-terrorism think tank Quilliam International. Thank you very much for joining us. Have you been meeting with any of the families involved in this case or the previous cases? I believe that you've been talking to families involved.
So we've definitely been aware of the issues, not in this particular case, certainly aware of the issues going on in the Northeast and what it takes to reintegrate communities back. I mean, this incident has a precedent to it, going back to 2013 with the Chibok girls being abducted, and this is certainly a concern for those who are in the Northeast in Adamawa, Yobe, and Borno State.
To what degree is this a failing by the government? Because there are reports that security had been reduced just before these girls were taken.
So, you know, listen, the Boko Haram as an organization has been defeated militarily, but what's happened is the ability to be able to re-engage and treat this threat, this insurgency that's been certainly problematic throughout the Northeast. And so, like other conflict zones throughout the world, it's steady, active engagement, not by just local national governments, but certainly international partners and regional entities as well. Organizations, governments can't do this alone. This is certainly a joint effort to be able to deal with this militarily, dealing with this with intelligence, some of the best and brightest, if you can engage on that front. And then lastly, dealing with local communities, who they themselves are confronted with this day in and day out. So it's a really all-society approach to address and combat this for the long haul and not just for the short-term gain as well.
But this is a desperate plight for these girls who've been taken. I mean, the horrors are really unimaginable. Have you been speaking yourselves with anyone linked with Boko Haram? And just tell us about how fractured that group is now and how strong it is, or otherwise.
So the group itself is going through an internal leadership struggle between Barnawi and Shekau. Right now, Boko Haram is probably more fractured than ever, which is a good thing for all of us who are trying to find creative measures to challenge their narrative. What we also need to recognize is that working with families, working with them day in and day out is a long-haul battle. We've been engaging with this issue, not just in West Africa, but also in East and also throughout the world, even in the United States. And so some of those good practices of rehabilitation, reintegration, and de-radicalization is certainly going to be more effective than ever. And so what we've been trying to do is work in partnership with various entities, recognizing that we have one small part to play, but collaboratively the whole government approach, the whole civil society, religious community must be involved in this fight against extremism.
Okay, Muhammad Fraser-Rahim, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.